Okay. Hello, hello. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now, the only thing I'm after right now is someone to maybe put in the comments, if it's possible, that you can see and hear me. And meanwhile, I'm going to go and shut that window. There we go. Now, I haven't. This is a different. Seems like it's a different platform here with the live video than what I remember, anyhow. So okay, there we go. Now I can see myself. That's not such a good thing, but just trying to set things up here so that it's not too close. Okay. Oh, Steve Powell, hi. How you doing? And oh, you guys can hear me now. Okay, that's good. Maybe I should have done a complete dry run here, but things kind of went askew. I was going to do it on my laptop and have my desktop with some windows in it with material that I could use, and that all went to hell in a handbasket. But I know. Yeah, okay, here we go. This is a subject for conversation here because I watched The Once, their podcast the other night. They're a group from Newfoundland. There's three of them. Very good harmonizing. It's kind of a folk type of thing, eh? And what they used was, and what I needed here, and I didn't have it, was like a pop filter or a windscreen. Windscreens are supposed to work for pop filters, and that's for the microphone. Well, what they did was they took their toque and stuck it over the microphone, and that's what they used. And I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to do that too. But I'm looking at this microphone, and it's kind of phallic shaped sort of thing, but a little more endowed than I think I would ever even imagine being. And I thought, well, you know what? It's a pop filter, and it's a condom. So there you go. Two things in one. Now you see it. It's got the toque on. But and thanks, Steve, for saying that the sound quality is good. That's one of the reasons I got this microphone, and so far I'm pretty happy with it. So I guess I can kind of start in some sort of general, I don't know, way. And what I'm going to do is, okay, let's just get after it. Okay, my name is David Gerard, and this is the first ever podcast for me, something I always wanted to do. But the problem was, oh, I don't have enough time, or, oh, next week. Well, it's time, and I have time, and it's not going to be next week. It's right now. So here we are. And so it's crosstalk and the welcome to my humble abode. I probably should introduce you to the cast and crew. So there's myself, and then there's producer Dave, and then there's sound tech Dave, and cameraman Dave. So we kind of get along. Pretty good team so far. Except for, I forgot to tell you about this guy. This is my evil twin brother, Dave. And he's a bit of a pain, but I just learned how to put up. Oh, it's still Dave. Just hold on. I'll get David back. Okay, this is David. Yeah, and I put up with Dave because he's my twin brother. But and he's Dave, and I'm David, so you can tell us apart. That's basically it. We're kind of we're identical. But yeah, anyhow, that was that. I guess we missed the all the noise at the hospital, which is okay. I'm sure you've heard it before, but that's the reason I tried to start a little bit early, which kind of backfired. But we won't talk about that. And anyhow, where am I going to start? I know where I'm going to start. I'm going to start with, I just want to recognize all the people, everyone, from little kids to octogenarians and older, and all the healthcare workers and all that kind of stuff, for really putting in a good effort on the most part, and trying to get rid of this thing that we're dealing with, and I didn't really want to get into rants on this. That was one thing I wanted to try and avoid, but and I won't really rant, but this what do they call it, social distancing thing. I don't know if you've been out there, but I've been out there, and it is like, it's nuts. I could do probably a whole episode on that, but I won't. And I finally decided that I'm going to, it'd be nice to have a baseball bat or a taser and, make my way through the ignorance. And yeah, that's it. I don't want to stick on that. But I did write somewhere, and I hope I can pull it up. It's just a quick thing I wrote the other day about it has a bit to do with COVID-19, and but a little bit of humor in it. But looks like I've lost that window, so maybe next time. And the other thing is that I wanted to mention about it was, and you'll hear more about this from me, but I don't know if many people have really think too much about people that are in solo self-isolation. which is my case, in a 300 square foot apartment. Um, and, I did 2 weeks of not going out at all, not even opening my door. And it was tough, really tough. And then and I'm not doing this, I don't want any sympathy for this or anything. I'm just sort of stating facts. And then you heap on other challenges. And my big challenge is mental health. And like I say, you'll hear a little bit more about it later. I'm not embarrassed about it at all. I've been through the ringer and back a couple of times, but I can still get through that ringer. And so it does. It makes it just that much more difficult, because you're kind of, and depression is my big thing. And that isolation kind of feeds the depression. But I'm doing okay, and I know what to do if things aren't that great. So I just want to shout out to a lot of people that are, dealing with the same kind of thing, and tell them, hey, I'm there, I'm with you. So just get through it. Just get through it. Okay. And the other thing that happened today, and that's the other thing that put a bit of a kerfuffle in the whole thing, was early this afternoon, I found out by going on, on the internet, that my favorite singer-songwriter of all time passed away from complications from COVID-19 yesterday at age 73, and it's John Prine. And I'm telling you, I didn't think it would affect me that much, and so I started to I have a catalog of his music, and it like probably 70 songs, and I bet you I listened to probably 50 of the 70 at least once. And so that was kind of good for me, but it wasn't good for me getting ready for for this evening. I've got all these great excuses, but one thing, there's my water. One thing I might do is I was thinking of singing a song of John's with John. And I tried it with both systems set up, and I'm just kind of hoping that it will work here. So what I'll do is I'll try and get a song up, and don't tell me I did lose it too. Oh, it's on the other one that I had it set up. Mm-hmm. Boy, this is just going to be one of those days. Oh no, I know it. I can find it. I can find it quickly. There it is. Okay, now just quickly get. Oh, there you go. Sometimes things kind of work out. So this is a song of John Prine's off of his, what album was it? Well, actually it's saying the anthology, but I don't know what the original album was. And it's called Dear Abby. So I'll see if this works. And this is for me, this is like a tribute to him, or whatever, last time to sing with him or whatever. So I'll give it a try. Okay, here we go. Oops. Wrong one. There we go.
About 3 months ago, I was in I was in Rome, Italy, not New York. I don't know what I was doing there. I was just there. I got the sandwich one day, and they gave me a newspaper with it. It was the only newspaper they had there that was in English, and they had all the news from all around the world just crammed into 4 pages. They didn't even have any funnies in there. Every time you turn a page, something just jumped right out at you. So I found an old friend in there, and I wrote her a song. It's for Dear Abby.
Dear Abby, my feet are too long. My hair's falling out and my rights are all wrong. My friends, they all tell me that I've no friends at all. Won't you write me a letter? Won't you give me a call? Sign, Bewildered. Bewildered, bewildered, you have no complaint. You are what you are and you ain't what you ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen up good. Stop wishing for bad luck and knocking on wood. Dear Abby, my fountain pen leaks. My wife hollers at me and my kids are all freaks. Every side I get up on is the wrong side of bed. If it weren't so expensive, I'd wish I were dead. Signed, Unhappy. Unhappy, unhappy, you have no complaint. You are what you are and you ain't what you ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen up good. Stop wishing for bad luck and knocking on wood. Dear Abby.
Dear Abby.
This one part gets me all the time. Dear Abby, you won't believe this, but my stomach makes noises whenever I kiss. My girlfriend tells me it's all in my head, but my stomach tells me to write you instead. Sign, Noisemaker. Noisemaker, you have no complaint. You are what you are and you ain't what you ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen up good. Stop wishing for bad luck and knocking on wood. Dear Abby, well, I never thought that me and my girlfriend would ever get caught. We're sitting in the back seat just shooting the breeze, with her hair up in curlers and her pants to her knees. Sign, just married. Just married, you have no complaint. You are what you are and you ain't what you ain't. So listen up, Buster, and listen up good. Stop wishing for bad luck and knocking on wood. Take it away, John. So, I hope you guys could hear that, and I hope that it sounded okay. But we'll see. Oh, I see. Haven't. Oh boy. I missed a lot of comments here. I didn't realize I went back past that page there. I'm just such a rookie at this. So it's basically Steve and Joe on, and then Joe Bartle. on as well. Thanks for getting on there, Jill. Don't forget to credit the T-Rex. Oh, right. Yeah. Where is he? Yes. I see him now. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. T-Rex as well. And then there's another one. I don't even know what kind he is over there with a sloth on him and a Gumby and Pokey and all that good stuff. Here, let's see. See if I can get this up high enough. So I'm not sure what that's a sloth on whatever that thing is. There's Gumby and Pokey on my screen. And then there's Running Man. And he's being met by the penguin with open arms. So there you go. That's what happens when you're here by yourself for such a long time. You do some kind of different things. Oh, good. I got a comment from Joe saying that sounded great, and Steve, Canada's Pete Seeger. But yeah. So I'm kind of winging it, but that's sort of okay because I usually get too when I try and do something like this. I usually get too want everything to be exact and precise, and then I can't even remember what I'm supposed to say, so I read it line by line, and it just doesn't come off that good. So yeah. Anyhow, the other job I have is every once in a while, and I don't think I'm going to do any of it tonight, but I play instruments, but not like my well accomplished old friend there, Steve Pallo, who plays guitar and that kind of stuff, and I'm sure other musical instruments. But I could play the spoons, and I can play the fork, and that's a real tricky one. But maybe save that for another one. And I can also play the shakers, and it's like cacophony. Hey, it's like there's something I can play. So I got some egg shakers and a studio shaker. And I have a rain stick that I got at the store, the wildlife store, which is a, kind of like a Goodwill type store or whatever. And there's a rain stick there. That's kind of cool. And it was really cheap. And I guess I can play that too. What else? Didgeridoo, which I don't have one, but I can play it. So I'll have to try that sometime. And also, I can play the bagpipes. But I don't think this is a place to do that. Especially on the first episode. Yeah. So I got lots of notes here that I'll just quickly go over because I don't want. There's some good stuff here. Yeah, that's a go. Yeah, that's most of that one. I remember one. I think it's in here, but I can't even be bothered to read it right now. But good. Oh, hey, Caitlin. It's one of my wee ones. She lives in Maple Ridge, and I hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay myself. But what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I was thinking for whatever reason, I was thinking about an old buddy of mine in Alberta that he was funny. He's just one of those people that just always had these one-liners and blah 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 blah. And I, he had this one that just floored me when I heard it, kind of. And it was like, he says, Dave, he says, the other day he said I had this wave of inspiration just, overcome me, just waft over me, just a wave of it. And I said, well, what did you do? He said, oh, I sat down and let it pass. So it's like, but he was like that. And then going to the grocery store one time, and I said, do you want me to pick up anything at the store? And he says, oh, yeah. He says, some cackleberries and Zoom. And, I'm thinking, how can I go to the store asking for cackleberries and Zoom? Zoom's probably some sort of household cleaner or something. And cackleberries are probably like boysenberries or gooseberries, but I don't know. So I asked him, I said, Ron, what are these, what are they? And he says, cackleberries are easy. You should know that. I said, well, what are they? And he said, eggs. Cackle, cackle, cackle. And it's like, oh, man. Then the other thing was Zoom. What's Zoom? He says, oh, it's bog roll. Bog roll? Butt wipe. Oh, but how do you get Zoom out of that? And he says, well, if you pull it off really fast, it goes zoom, zoom. Anyhow, they were his jokes, not mine. So, I see that Jocelyn's here. Hey, Joss, good to see you. You missed a lot of really good stuff, and maybe, but I will leave it on my page, Facebook page, so that you can look at it later. But it's too bad. What else we got? Okay, nothing there. So I'm going to try and I want to keep it down to 45 minutes or something like that. So if for some reason I start to go over, someone let me know. You'll probably be gone by then anyhow and be bored as hell. But now, I like singing. I sing in a community choir. It's lots of fun. You get a really good you get a good feeling out of it when you leave. I don't really read music that well, but they let me hang around, and no one's kicked me out yet. So I guess either they don't know what's good or it's okay. But so the singing is, yeah, it's I really like doing it. And one of these times I'll do a shower session where I'll get in the bathroom. I'll keep my clothes on. It's okay. You don't have to worry. But the acoustics in there are really good, and I'll try some sort of a cappella song that people may like or may not. And the other was poetry. I've sort of somehow learned how to write in my later years. And actually, I have to thank my mental health issues for that, because when I finally got all that straightened out, suddenly I became sort of, I don't know, shit started happening. And it was good shit. So I'm thankful for that. Okay, so I haven't even revisited this poem for a long time. And I'll just read through it, and maybe I was going to say if it's okay with you guys, but you have no choice. I will maybe make some comments, and hopefully it can clarify it a little bit if it isn't clear. So, just a little drink of water here. So it's called In Prism Blues. Spectrum through true blue hues, baby powder sky, cerulean intense azure, denim pants celeste, periwinkle drink ultramarine, cobalt bleed zephyr, sapphire ring indigo, cyan duck teal, royal dark navy stark, violet blue iris scent lilac, Tiffany light turquoise bright, gaze, explore array, resolve blue hues, lest viral blues imprison you. And imprism as a light prism. So basically, a lot of it's a play on words. So spectrum through true blue hues, that's easy to figure out. And then it's baby powder sky. And so it's there's baby blues, and there's powder blues, and there's sky blues. And so I just kind of, mix that in there, and baby powder makes sense, and not baby sky, but maybe powder sky. And then cerulean intense azure. Cerulean is a much more intense blue than azure is, and azure almost, you would think is really intense, but it's not as. And then denim pants celeste. So denim and celeste are blues, and so it's denim pants or denim pants for celeste type of thing. Then it's periwinkle drink ultramarine. So ultramarine's the color, periwinkle, yeah. With the marine and the ultramarine, makes it, if you really stretch it, you might want to think that it could be something you would drink. And then cobalt bleed zephyr. So cobalt blue is very rich blue, and so is zephyr, and zephyr is even sort of more so. So that it's just the visualization or whatever that there's this zephyrs can come pouring out of the cobalt sort of thing from the core of the cobalt. Then sapphire ring indigo. So sapphire and indigo are blues, obviously, and it's just kind of a bit of a play on words. Sapphire ring indigo, right? Cyan duck teal. So, or is it cyan? I can't remember. I used to know that. But anyhow, it's like a teal duck, and I don't know where cyan fits in there, but I'm sure if I really looked at it for long enough, I could find it out. But anyhow, I'll just pretend I didn't say anything there. And then Royal Dark Navy Stark. So uh, there's Royal Dark Navy Stark. So it's navy blue, royal blue, dark blue, and Stark is just in there to rhyme with dark. But then Violet Bloom Iris Scent Lilac. So it's a violet bloom and iris, and the iris and with the scent of lilac. So it's a flowery one. Tiffany light turquoise bright. Very close colors. They're light. They're bright. And then here's the key to the poem: is it's the last three lines. I mean, I probably didn't need quite as much in there, but that's what I put in, and that's what it's going to be. Gaze, explore, array. So you're gazing, you're exploring in the array of blues which are within the prism. Resolve blue hues. So resolve it, all the hues of blue, lest you go a little bit crazy on it, and lest viral blues in prism you. So that means it's viral blues and you're in the prism, but that's not really what it is. It kind of is, but it's really that poem, believe it or not, is a metaphor for depression. And it's in the last three lines. So it's just it's just that knowing that if you don't resolve all your blues, prism is another word for prison, and so you'll be in this prison, which is you. Anyhow, I don't know if that made any sense, but there you go. And maybe next time I'll have a little bit longer time to work on it. Okay, where are we? So what else have I got here? That's kind of almost it, and I think it's probably a good time to wind it up, unless I just keep rambling along. And so oh, Carolyn, loved the explanation. Sorry, I shouldn't shouldn't stop in the middle of it to read comments too much, but so it's the first time through, and I hope to do it again, and I hope COVID-19 is sort of in our face. I hope to do it once a week, and I promise I will be more sort of prepared for the next one. Whether or not it will look like I'm more prepared or not, I don't know. But yeah, so I guess I'd like to, don't go away right away, because there's something I'm gonna do at the end. But I would like to thank everyone that did tune in, and I hope you liked it, and maybe next time I'll actually get the crowd at the hospital, try and get things sorted out. But yeah, that's close to a wrap. Let's see. Now, don't tell me. Don't tell me. I lost it. I should be able to get it pretty quick, though. So just bear with me for a minute. Unless I can fake it myself. It's a song that I just heard. Oh, for some reason, it doesn't want me to go on YouTube. I'm gonna lose what we've got here. So guess I guess I'll give it a try. Like I really don't quite know the melody, but when I heard it, I went, "Yeah, I like that." And I kind of like comedians too, and this is an old time comedian. You may have heard of him before. His name is Red Skelton, and he was hilarious. He was Clem Hopper and had all these, all these characters that he could play, and he's just hilarious. But what I've got here is, and if I really mess it up and it doesn't sound like it's the right melody, I'll just kind of talk it through. So this will be the last part of the show. So it's Red Skelton, and hold on, I see something here, so I'm really interested because I haven't seen her. Oh, it's Jerry Dawn, but it looks like it's my nephew Jamie, and it says, I love how much I see my granddad in you. This is my nephew Jamie. You remind me so much of him. Love, Jamie. I'll take that as a compliment. I really will. Thank you. So Red Skelton, and it's called Good Night. The time has come to say good night. My, how time does fly. We've had a laugh, perhaps a tear, and now we hear goodbye. I really hate to say goodnight, for times like these are few. I wish you love and happiness in everything you do. The time has come to say goodnight, and I hope I've made a friend, and so we'll say, may God bless you until we meet again. Good night, and may God bless you.